1962, a quiet suburban neighborhood of St. Paul, Minnesota, a shocking discovery was made that would ripple through the world of science and lead to one of the strangest experiments in state history. A local Boy Scout named David Hahn, just 13 years old, had embarked on a secret project in his backyard shed, building a homemade nuclear reactor. David's fascination with chemistry set him on this unusual path. His mother, an avid recycler, sparked his interest in the potential uses of radioactive materials found in common items. By scouring junkyards and salvaging materials from old smoke detectors and clocks, David amassed a small arsenal of radioactive substances like americium-241 and radium-226. The shed became his lab, where he conducted unauthorized experiments to learn about nuclear energy firsthand. Using high school chemistry books as his guide, he built a makeshift reactor in a 10-gallon drum using a mixture of uranium ore, wood scraps, and sheet metal. His goal? To achieve criticality, the point at which a nuclear chain reaction becomes self-sustaining. As David's work progressed, he attracted the attention of neighbors who noticed strange odors, glowing liquids, and odd behavior emanating from his shed. When confronted, David tried to downplay his activities, but as more people became suspicious, authorities were alerted. In a remarkable turn of events, David's secret project was exposed when the EPA and local law enforcement descended on his home in December 1975. They discovered an astonishing sight, a makeshift nuclear reactor, crude but functional, nestled amidst ordinary suburban tranquility. Despite the potential dangers, David's experiment was surprisingly non-threatening. The radiation levels outside his shed were within normal ranges, and there was no risk of meltdown or criticality due to the small quantities of radioactive materials used. Nevertheless, local officials deemed the project a public hazard and ordered its immediate shutdown. David's story raises several lingering questions. How did a young boy gain access to radioactive materials, and why wasn't more done to prevent his unauthorized experiments? The investigation revealed that David had circumvented regulations by acquiring radioactive substances through seemingly innocuous sources like household items and school labs. The case of Minnesota's mysterious radioactive Boy Scout serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked curiosity, lax regulation, and the accessibility of radioactive materials. While David's experiment was relatively harmless, it underscores the need for vigilance in monitoring potentially dangerous activities that could have catastrophic consequences if left unchecked. Join us as we continue to explore this strange tale and its broader implications on The Lost Lab. In our next episode, we delve into the mind of David Hahn, examining his motivations, methods, and the surprising aftermath of his homemade nuclear reactor. Stay tuned for more intriguing stories from the world of suppressed inventions, classified experiments, and hidden science. Delving deeper into our investigation of the strangest experiment in Minnesota history, we find ourselves drawn into the fascinating tale of a teenage prodigy and his atomic obsession. This is the story of David Hahn, a young man whose quest for knowledge led him down an intriguing path of self-discovery and scientific exploration. Born on November 30th, 1976, in Royal Oak, Michigan, David Hahn exhibited extraordinary intelligence from a young age. He devoured encyclopedias, built complex machines, and displayed a keen interest in science, particularly nuclear physics. As he grew older, his passion only intensified, ultimately culminating in an ambitious yet dangerous endeavor that would make him infamous: the construction of a homemade nuclear reactor. At just 17 years old, David began working on his project in secrecy within his mother's suburban garage in Commerce Township, Michigan. Using various materials sourced from local dumps, radioactive items purchased through mail-order catalogs, and even components scavenged from household smoke detectors, he managed to assemble a makeshift nuclear reactor. His creation was surprisingly functional, generating small amounts of radiation enough to set off Geiger counters. However, what drove this young prodigy to undertake such a perilous endeavor? According to some reports, David's fascination with nuclear power can be traced back to his childhood experiences visiting the USS Requin, a World War II-era submarine now stationed at the Carnegie Science Center in Pittsburgh. The vessel's onboard nuclear reactor left a lasting impression on him, sparking an insatiable curiosity that would ultimately lead to his atomic obsession. Despite his remarkable achievements,